All right, morning, people, or afternoon, or evening, or good night, depending on where in the world you are. Big up. Remember, very important, like the videos. Very important to just subscribe to the channel. Even more important to subscribe to the channel. Share the content. Share the content with your sports loving friends. All right. So we hope you can do all of that. And again, we would appreciate it. All right. So, say ISSA trick me, people. You know, you forget trick, but ISSA trick me. Say ISSA have a lot of rules, and ISSA is the governing body for high school sports in Jamaica. For all who don't know, if you're living outside of Jamaica and you go and click anything like this for the first time, I might not know high school sports in Jamaica is massive. Yeah, so people want to win, and people invest heavily to try and win. Various schools, right? Invest money, time, effort, everything. So there's a lot of rules governing this ISSA sports, especially all the sport. It go right across the board. Some rules governing the transfer of student athletes. They want to prevent. That's what. Let me tell you what I gathered, and I was told, and I heard, and I spoke to various ISSA presidents or vice presidents or technical people on the technical team and all of that. And the consensus is that, listen, we don't want school to just take ballers from other schools. So me go up past Pembroke Hall or Edith or some of the lesser schools. And when I mean lesser schools, I'm talking about in terms of prestige in the various high school competitions. So we don't want me to come to Pembroke Hall, the coach at Pembroke Hall do a good job and develop 2 or 3 good players. When they reach Manning Cup age, I'm ready now to peak as schoolboys, and they're swooped up by another school. And the other school win Manning Cup with them, while them go back down to square one and get 4 love and 10 love and all of that. So me understand that, right? So you know what? Me develop the player, work with the players, work on the players, work hard on the players' craft, and then when he's now at 17, 18, the big school come and swoop him up. So me understand that. That's the argument that we got. While you have the other flip side of it, where you want the big schools who can give better opportunities going forward. They have the better coaches generally, the better surface if it's football, place to train if it's track and field. So, and then they can give you scholarships as well. So from the athlete standpoint, it would be better to go to those schools. So you can understand it. But me understand why ISSA said they put those sort of rules in place to prevent the raiding of smaller schools by the bigger schools. So they say you have to sit out a year. You know, at least they like sit out a year. You know, sometimes a man wants, I'm going to take a face sit out a year. And they come up with a lot of different rules. They come up with a quota system now where only certain, because the schools them always try to find a way to go around the rules. So the schools them just start take them and put them in a 6th form really. When they pass them exam. So yeah, you have a whole lot of athletes now. I leave from a school to go 6th form and play. So it's just a quota. Once you used to go a particular school for a period of time and play, you're part of a quota and you can have a certain amount of these within the squad to play. And all of that now is to protect the rating of the smaller schools, and they want other schools to be competitive and all that. We get all of that. You might disagree, but you can understand it. So you don't want to hurt the smaller schools. You don't want to take the smaller schools players, look away and all of that. That's the gist of the thing, So now the big school side say, all right, we love winning now. And you know what, KC, JC, Calabar, and they make really champs. So that most of the people don't go to champs. So see these athletes with the rivalry and the hype and all of that. So then basically make champs what it is for the most part. And that's because of the old boys associations and the investment that is made by these old boys. Every school have a rich old boy, Yes, the big schools have more, but every school have them old boy, and not every old boys association is as passionate, and not every old boy is as passionate to help them school as some others. You can't blame the JCs, the KCs, the Calabar for that. So the man them decide now, say, let's go outside of Jamaica. We want a footballer, we want a cricketer, we want a track and field athlete. Let's go outside of Jamaica. This way now, we're not raid no school of Jamaica. We're not ISSA principal. You know, ISSA is a group of principal. So let's go outside of Jamaica and bring in athletes. So me say, alright, I can work with this now because Man have them resources, invest, and they want to win. Because Jamaica at least leave America, they got colleges in America all the time, you know. And then play and then perform. So what is wrong if some athletes from other countries come and perform in a ISSA tournament? No problem. And you avoid now raiding the lesser schools them in Jamaica, which ISSA always have a problem with. That's the argument. But no, Mr. ISSA come up with this new rule now where the non-nationals, so not non-nationals, yeah, the non-Jamaicans, if they leave from a high school from wherever and come to Jamaica, they have to sit out here just like the Jamaicans. And also, these non-Jamaican that come from other countries will be a part of the quota. That ISSA tell me now. So all of the arguments that we heard about, we don't want them to destroy other school programs by swooping up all their athletes and keep taking the talented athletes from other school. We want other school to build. Now it seems like hogwash. And it seems that us straight jealousy now. Because when the schools go outside of Jamaica to bring in a few athletes, because they're not bringing 20 athletes and 15 athletes to come into the Manning Cup team or come into the D'Costa team or come to run at champs. No. But you're bringing 2 or 3, you get that edge. That's what top sporting people do. It happens all over the world in sport. The ones that are serious pump the resources in, they take it serious. Other schools can, at Meadowbrook and these schools, our whole rich people used to go there. You know? They're interested in helping. But the principals now of these lesser schools, jealous of the success of the other schools and the praise that they get from the media and the general public at large and the hype that come with it. So the fact that them insist and vote that you should put the same rules in place for the non-Jamaican that have come from overseas, it shows that it was never about reading the other Jamaican schools. Jealousy. Jealous of the other schools. Them jealous of Calabar, them jealous of JC, them jealous of KC, them jealous of Jardis, them jealous of all the top schools that constantly win. Sorry for me not call it the country school them name, but I'm a Kingstonian and I'm familiar with them. So big up here, so the top schools from the rural area who does well in sport, big up, and we appreciate it. And you have produced some great athletes over the years for both football and cricket and track and field. So big up. But a jealousy now, people. Straight, think about it. Why you make the man be a part of the quota and him not come from Jamaica? Why is being a part of the quota? Him not come from the other school. Why you have to sit out a year when all these rules that was put in place, you wanted to prevent JC and I call them name JC and Calabar and all these successful schools from raiding another school, deter them. Everything we put in place is deter them from raiding one school. That's what all of the argument that ISSA used to put forward. Now that gone through the wind, that bad man and the bad man the schools them. Because they have people that is dedicated, determined and proud of them school and want to help them school and see them school do well and invest heavily. I mean now say some school have more people with finance than some. But when you see what some of the smaller schools, how them situation is, you know them are some people can help, but they're not helping. Some of the principal them are ready. But now it's clear to me, all of the arguments before as to why these rules, because when you ask the various ISSA presidents, them give you the arguments about wanting other schools to be competitive, wanting to other schools to keep them players that they develop. Think about it now, people. Me not telling a lie now. We don't want you to have too many players that come from other schools. It means some of the players them stay at the schools. We want you to sit out a year for coming from another school. You want to deter them from leaving their school. All of the rules were then put in a place have to make people keep the players that pass for the school and was develop somewhat in the school. That's the argument. Now that them go outside and you still want to prevent the athlete, them deter them, will it not affect the other schools them locally in terms of you taking away their talents shows jealousy, envy and bad mind. A bad mind and jealous and bad mind are Calabar and the big schools them all along. These though are merely my views. Now as always, what say you?